The Ministry of Health has raised concern over the low number of young people vaccinated against Covid-19. Health Principal Secretary Susan Mochache said that out of over 18 million vaccine doses administered so far, only 1.4 million accounted for those aged between 15 and 17 years. This coming as the Covid-19 positivity rate rose to 12.9% today.
Health Principal Secretary Susan Mochache was at the Kenya Medical Training College in Nairobi to launch the amplified COVID-19 vaccination campaign. The campaign will entail the use of all the 71 KMTC campuses across the country as COVID-19 vaccination centers. The health PS raising concern over the low vaccine uptake among the young population aged between 15 and 17 years. According to the statistics from the ministry, out of the 18.5 million COVID-19 vaccines administered, those in this age group accounted for only 1.4 million.
Our statistics show us that young adults have not yet embraced the vaccination uptake campaign, even when there is evidence that so many of them actually contract the virus. And the situation is even worse on the youth who are expected to or are about to join universities and colleges.
The PS noting that Kenya was still lagging behind in vaccination as it had failed to achieve the 70% target set by the World Health Organization, with only 31.4% of the adult population being fully vaccinated.
A recent report by the WHO estimates that by May of this year, 1 billion people in lower-income countries remain unvaccinated, and only 57 countries vaccinated up to 70% of their population.
The government is targeting to vaccinate over 27 million of the Kenyan population, with calls for the uptake of the booster shot.
People who are immunocompromised, people who have got underlying conditions certainly need a third dose. And also noting that over time, the immunity, even for a healthy person who has been vaccinated, begins to go down, necessitating the need for a booster shot for an increased immune response.
These come in as the COVID-19 positivity rate rose to 12.9% after 427 new cases were reported out of the 3,307 samples tested. No fatalities were reported, with the cumulative fatalities standing at 5,651. 47 patients are admitted in hospital, with 4 of them being in the intensive care unit. Another 3,065 are under the home-based care and isolation program. Nancy Okwari, Prime Edition.